Boracay is a small island in the Philippines located approximately 315 km south of Manila and 2 km off the northwest tip of Panay Island in the Western Visayas region of the Philippines. Boracay Island and its beaches have received awards from numerous travel publications and agencies. The island comprises the barangays of Manoc-Manoc, Balabag, and Yapak in the municipality of Malay, in Aklan Province. The island is administered by the Philippine Tourism Authority and the provincial government of Aklan. Apart from its white sand beaches, Boracay is also famous for being one of the world's top destinations for relaxation. It is also emerging among the top destinations for tranquility and nightlife. In 2012, Boracay was awarded as the best island in the world from the international travel magazine Travel Plus Leisure. History: pre-colonial period, Boracay was originally home to the Ati tribe. Boracay Island was already an inhabited place before the Spaniards came to the Philippines. It was known to the Iberian conquerors as Boracay. At the time of contact with the Europeans, Boracay had a population of 100 people, who cultivated rice on the island and augmented their income by raising goats. Contemporary period, Boracay is part of Aklan Province, which became an independent province on April 25, 1956. Sofia Gonzalez Tile and her husband Lamberto Ontiveros Tile, a town judge on nearby Panay Island, took ownership of substantial properties on the island around 1900 and planted coconuts, fruit trees, and greenery on the island. Others followed the Tiles, and cultivation and development of the island gradually spread from this initial beginning. Tourism came to the island beginning in about the 1970s. The movie Too Late the Hero was filmed in 1970 on locations in Boracay and Aklan. In the 1980s, the island became popular as a budget destination for backpackers. By the 1990s, Boracay's beaches were being acclaimed as the best in the world. In 2012, the Philippine Department of Tourism reported that Boracay had been named the world's second-best beach after Providenciales and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Etymology: the name Boracay is attributed to different origins. One story says that it is derived from the local word borac, which means white cotton with characteristics close to the color and texture of Boracay's white sugary and powdery sand. Another credits the name to local words bora, meaning bubbles, and bouquet, meaning white. Yet another version dating back to the Spanish era says the name is derived from sagay, the word for shell, and boray, the word for seed. Geography: Boracay Island is located off the northwest corner of Panay Island, and belongs to the Western Visayas Island Group, or Region 6, of the Philippines. The island is approximately 7 kilometers long, dog-bone-shaped with the narrowest spot being less than 1 kilometer wide, and has a total land area of 10.32 square kilometers. South-facing Cagban Beach is located across a small strait from the jetty port at Aklan on Panay Island, and the Cagban jetty port serves as Boracay's main entry and exit point during most of the year. When wind and sea conditions dictate, east-facing Tambayan Beach serves as an alternative entry and exit point. Boracay's two primary tourism beaches, White Beach and Balabag Beach, are located on opposite sides of the island's narrow central area. White Beach faces westward and Balabag Beach faces eastward. The island also has several other beaches. White Beach, the main tourism beach, is about 4 kilometers long and is lined with resorts, hotels, lodging houses, restaurants, and other tourism-related businesses. In the central portion, for about 2 kilometers, there is a footpath known as the beachfront path separating the beach itself from the establishments located along it. North and south of the beachfront path, beachfront establishments do literally front along the beach itself. Several roads and paths connect the beachfront path with Boracay's main road, a vehicular road which runs the length of the island. At the extreme northern end of White Beach, a footpath runs around the headland there and connects White Beach with Dinywood Beach. Balabag Beach, across the island from White Beach, is the second most popular tourism beach on the island and Boracay's main windsurfing and kiteboarding area. Boracay is divided for land use and conservation purposes into 400 hectares of preserved forest land and 628.96 hectares of agricultural land. Climate. Weather in Boracay is generally divided into two seasonal weather patterns known locally as the Amayan and Habagat seasons. In the Visayan language, Amayan means a cool northeast wind, and Habagat means west or southwest wind. Southwest monsoon. The Amayan season is characterized by moderate temperatures, little or no rainfall, and a prevailing wind from the northeast. The Habagat season is characterized by hot and humid weather, frequent heavy rainfall, and a prevailing wind from the west. On Boracay, the main indicator of the switch between the Amayan and Habagat seasonal patterns is the switch in wind direction. In most years this transition is abrupt and occurs overnight. In some years there is a period of perhaps a week or two where the wind will switch between Amayan and Habagat patterns several times before settling into the pattern for the new season. As a general rule of thumb, Boracay will be in the Amayan weather pattern from sometime in October to sometime in June and in the Habagat weather pattern for the remainder of the year. Daytime temperatures on Boracay generally range from 77°-90 degree Fahrenheit from the beginning of the Amayan season into February or March, and increase to the 82°-100 degree Fahrenheit range with the onset of the Habagat season. During tropical storm periods, temperatures can fall below 68 degree Fahrenheit. Tropical storms can impact Boracay at any time of year, but are most likely to be seen during the Habagat season. Tourism. Partly because of its wind and weather patterns, tourism in Boracay is at its peak during the Amayan season. During Amayan, the prevailing wind blows from the east. Boracay's main tourism area, White Beach, is on the western side of the island and is sheltered from the wind. During the Amayan season, the water off White Beach is often glassy smooth. On the eastern side of the island, hills on the northern and southern ends of the island channel the Amayan season wind from the east onshore, onto Balabag Beach in the central part of the island's eastern side. This makes the reef-protected waters off that beach ideal for windsurfing and kiteboarding/kite surfing. Majority of tourist ethnicities are mostly European, Korean, white Americans, overseas Filipinos. In June 2011, it was reported that a real estate development group led by Andrew Tan had earmarked $20 billion to develop tourism estates featuring an integrated, master-planned layout and world-class resort offerings and amenities in Boracay and Cavite. The planned Boracay project, Boracay New Coast, involves 4 hotels with 1,500 rooms, a plaza and entertainment center. Leisure activities. Leisure activities available on or near Boracay include scuba diving, helmet diving, snorkeling, windsurfing, kiteboarding, cliff diving, parasailing and beach relaxation. Boracay is the site of an 18-hole par 72 golf course designed by Graham Marsh. In addition, as of 2010, Boracay has in excess of 350 beach resorts offering more than 2,000 rooms ranging in quality from 5-star to budget accommodation. In addition, Boracay offers a wide range of restaurants, bars, pubs, and nightclubs. Events. Boracay is one competitive venue for the Asian Windsurfing Tour, with the week-long Boracay International Funbid Cup competition usually held in January on Balabag Beach. In 2010, the event dates are January 25–31. CNN-GO, a division of CNN focused on travel entertainment, selected the Boracay International Funbid competition on the weekend of January 22–24 as one of its 52 weekend recommendations for 2010. The well-known Atiya Cheyenne Festival takes place each January in Calibo on nearby Panay Island. A much smaller Atiya Cheyenne Festival is celebrated on Boracay, usually in the second or third week of January. Dragon boat races are held annually on Boracay under the auspices of the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation, with teams coming from around the Philippines and from other Asian nations to compete. The races usually take place sometime in April or May. The 2012 Boracay edition of the PDBF International Club Crew Challenge Tour is scheduled for April 26–28, 2012. The Boracay Open Asian Beach Ultimate Tournament, an ultimate frisbee event, has been held annually since 2003, usually in March or April. Asian Games Centennial Festival. Boracay will host a special multi-sport event called the Asian Games Centennial Festival. On its 31st General Assembly in Macau, the Olympic Council of Asia has decided to create the Asian Games Centennial Festival in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Oriental Games. OCA has awarded the Philippines the hosting rights as it was the same host 100 years ago in the first Far Eastern Championship Games held in Manila. The Asian Games Centennial Festival will be held in Boracay on November 2013. The 32nd OCA General Assembly will be held in conjunction of the Games. Philippine Swimming League. On April 27, 2014, the Philippine Swimming League was held at Boracay Island for their open water swim after the competition in Aklan Sports Complex in Makati, Aklan. Many swimming teams joined the competition including Aklan Swimming Club based in Kalibo, Aklan and John B. Lacson Swimming Team which it is based in Iloilo City. Languages. The first settlers of Boracay are Negrito people called Ati, spoke a Visayan language called Initi. Later settlers brought other languages to the island, including Aklanan and other Visayan languages, Tagalog, and English. Transportation. Boracay Island is separated from Panay Island by a narrow strait. The island is located opposite the barangay of Aklan in the municipality of Malay, Aklan. Transportation across the strait is provided by boats operating from the Aklan jetty port. Boracay is served by two airports in Aklan, the Kalibo International Airport and Godofredo P. Ramos Airport, commonly referred to as the Aklan Airport. The western part of the Strong Republic Nautical Highway passes through Aklan, with car ferries from Roxas, Oriental Mindoro docking at the Aklan jetty port. Several bus companies operate provincial bus routes from Manila which pass through Aklan via the SRNH. 2GO, the largest ferry company in the Philippines, offers regular overnight passenger and cargo service between Batangas City and Aklan. The two main modes of transport are via motor tricycles along the main road or by walking along the beaches. Pedicabs, known as sacads, are also available along the beachfront path. Other means of transportation include mountain bikes, quad bikes and motorbikes, all of which can be rented. Media, radio stations, Yes FM Boracay, Yes FM 91.1 Boracay, 93.5 Easy Rock Boracay, DYKP FM 97.3 Dream FM Boracay, DYIX FM 104.9 Star FM Boracay, DYJV FM 106.1 Radio Boracay, DYBH FM 88.5 Beach FM Boracay, DYBX FM 100.7 Astig FM Boracay, DYBI FM 92.1 Paradise Radio, DYBW FM 95.7 World FM Boracay, local cable channels, Paradise Channel Boracay, Amazing Aklan Channel, Gallery. See also: Boracay Airport, Tourism in the Philippines, Notes. References. Further reading, Chris Rothorn. Greg Bloom. Boracay. Lonely Planet, Philippines. Lonely Planet. ISBN A978-1-74104-289-4. Retrieved June 25, 2014. Roseltine Francia. Boracay Island, A Case for Reversing Urban Overdevelopment. Retrieved June 25, 2014. European Heritage Library, Sofia Lamberto. The History and Cultural Exchange of the Spaniards in the Filipino Island of Boracay, Boracay Sun. Retrieved June 25, 2014. Janice Mjlo and Michael Cruz. Boracay Island from the Eyes of a Native. Retrieved June 25, 2014. External links, Boracay Travel Guide from Wiki Voyage, Boracay Official Tourism Website, Boracay Travel Information and Travel Guide, Boracay Activities, Culture and Tourism.